As a rule, I don't love episodes with flash forwards or flashbacks. That's not just with The Simpsons, that's in general. That's a personal taste. But I didn't mind Bart to the Future. Quite like the title as well. This is the 17th episode of the 11th season of The Simpsons, directed by Michael Marcantel. And Bart has this vision of the future, and the majority of the episode is done with this flash forward and what this future might look like. And I think that is hit and miss. The actual structure of the episode, of having Bart being the one seeing into the future and kind of the events that led to that coming about, I think, yeah, that's interesting enough, but the make or break is what the events are in the future. And I think it was interesting enough because I kind of liked Lisa in it. I think that's the reason I didn't mind it too much. But the structure of the episode is not too bad. The events, I won't go into too much detail about what happens in the flash forward because I obviously don't want to spoil it. But Lisa is president, and Bart is not. Bart is, he's 40 years old now, and he doesn't have much of a life. He's spending a lot of time with Ralph Wiggum, who is his bandmate, which I have to say is not something I predicted, and I absolutely love it. I love the design of older Ralph. I don't know if this is the first time we've seen Ralph in a flash forward. I think it is. And I think he was pretty effective. There are other characters as well. I won't spoil it too much, but there are other Simpsons characters who we see in the flash forward, and that's kind of the only thing I really like with flash forwards in general, is seeing how they imagine certain characters. And I think they hit the mark every time with that. Bart gets in Lisa's way and is basically ruining her life. Well, she's just trying to get on with being president and having important meetings, and Bart's desperate for a change in his life and desperate for things to go his way, which is understandable when things definitely haven't gone his way. And Lisa seems to have to bear the brunt of all of it again. I won't go into too much more detail about any of the events in the flash forward, but I think, they chose a good setting, they chose a good distance. I think 30 years is, a good length of time for the characters to have established their careers, or lack thereof, and I think it was very creative, and I think definitely they took the right direction with that. So, for me, even though I don't love flash forwards, I didn't mind it too much. I really didn't mind it. That's not to say it's my favourite episode. I don't absolutely love it, but it's one that I'll happily watch again. It's got 7.1 out of 10 on IMDb, which is not a phenomenal rating, to say the least. But compared to, episodes of Simpsons at this time, it's not too bad. Not the best episode ever, but actually, it was much better than I had expected.